Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Even though I'm sure by now all of you guys realize that I'm going to be talking about self-love and what it means and why it's important to love yourself, but just in case, I want to tell you that that is exactly what I will be talking about today. For starters, I want everyone to know that self-love isn't about arrogance or building your ego or whatever people try to say it is. Self-love is about understanding your worth and knowing and learning what you deserve and refusing to accept anything less than that. Where do I come in all of this, in your self-love journey? I want to create a world to inspire women and men to understand that it is okay, 100% okay, to love yourself out loud. Here's the self-love, guys. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to start it. Someone has to be brave enough to fight the social norm. So why shouldn't it be you? Accepting myself while trying to learn the true meaning of self-love was not an easy journey for me. I desperately searched in every nook and cranny of my life, looking for who I was, trying to find reasons to believe in myself, trying to find me. I was looking for reasons to feel like I was worth it. And for some reason, I did not understand why it was taking me so long. I just didn't understand why it seemed so easy for everyone else, because I didn't know their stories, to love themselves, but it was so hard for me. I was starting to feel like I wasn't worth anything until I had an epiphany. Life is not about finding yourself, but it's about making yourself. I am in control of my own destiny, as are you. I am capable of achieving anything that I want to do as long as I am willing to put in work for it. I am beautifully and wonderfully made, as are you, and I can achieve anything as long as I have a good work ethic and an even better mindset. What I always tell myself when I'm struggling is, if my heart wants it, then my body can do it. It's just my mind that I have to convince. I don't know about anyone else, but I spent a good amount of my childhood and teenage years dreaming about the day that I would find my true love. In fact, when I was in middle school and high school, I desperately searched for love, and I completely disregarded the fact that I have so much love to give. Not just to myself, but to other people. The love that's important isn't necessarily the love that we'll find down the road in life, but it's the love that you have in this moment to give to everyone else. And that branches from self-love. Everyone is always constantly asking me how I manage to continuously uplift and empower women around me. They want to know how I have so many sincere compliments to give and why I am so supportive of other women looking for their dreams without feeling intimidated or jealous. I have two answers for that. Number one, because during my journey, I was so blessed to have people around me that supported me. During my journey, I was so blessed to have people who brought to my attention the importance of loving yourself and not settling for people who don't serve you or help you grow. Number two, self-love. It gave me everything that I needed to be able to empower other women. I love myself so much. Maybe not every day, but the majority of the time, I am so confident in myself, for the most part, that I want other women to feel that way. Because, wow, I walk through every day knowing that I can do it, knowing that I can overcome everything and anything. And if every other person in this world felt that way, imagine the kind of life that we would live. Imagine this world, imagine this society. It truly would be something amazing. The best feeling in the world to me is when the people that I look up to, the people that inspire me and encourage me, tell me that I make them feel good about themselves. It's those moments when the people that you look up to tell you that you've helped them get through their day. those are the moments that help me get through mine. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I seem super perfect through what I have to tell you through YouTube and through my blog. It's like, wow, how does this girl manage to be so happy all the time? How does this girl manage to love herself every single day and love everyone around her? False. Don't get me wrong. I pride myself on my happiness and my ability to love people around me and to love myself. Because once upon a time, I hated everybody and I really, really despise myself. But I've come a really long way. But that doesn't mean I don't have bad days. Like, I cry a lot. I can be incredibly negative. But I try my best not to project that onto other people because I know the way someone else's mood can affect yours. So I don't want to be that person that, like, makes everyone else have a bad day just because I'm being negative. On top of that, I do love myself and I am confident in myself, but there are still some days when I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, you're so fat. What did you just eat? Or, like, I wake up bloated too. Like, believe it or not, that's crazy. Like, I can't always get out of bed and I snooze my alarm a lot. And there are days when I eat everything in sight. But I don't hate myself for those things because that's kind of just being human. When I binge eat, it's like I could either resent myself or I could just say it is what it is and move on without stressing over one bad day. Because, like, hold on. Give me a second. One bad day of eating is 0.27% of the entire year. Is that really something to stress over, guys? Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you no. But it still doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. Because trust me, in that moment, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I suck. Why am I so bad at everything? But then, like, a couple minutes pass and I'm like, wow. Let me take a step back and realize how far I've come. I was one of those girls in high school who never had an appetite. I rarely ate anything except for maybe like 1,000 chewy granola bars at once because I'd be so hungry that I'd binge eat, but I only like junk food. So when people tell me that I'm like super obsessed with my macros, I want them to understand that that's what regulates my eating schedule. That's what makes sure that I eat. And while you think it's obsessive, it's incredibly healthy. And on top of that, it's what aids me in understanding how I work, understanding my body, and knowing that it's okay to love myself even when I have a couple bad days. Because a couple of bad days now are like the equivalent to everything that I lived in the past. I don't hate myself because of my struggles. Like, I am who I am because of the struggles that I've overcome. So if that means that every single day I'm going to slip up a little bit, it's fine because the next day it made me stronger. Here's the thing. I get jealous. And, like, I know I tell you that when you love yourself, that's not going to be a thing. But, like, I don't mean all the time because no matter what, we're human. And it sometimes is really natural to get jealous. But what I am going to say is that it's not okay when you put other people down. I just ask that you don't do it to their faces and you don't say it to other people. You just kind of let it in your head because you don't want to put someone down because you're crazy to other people. Like, for real, let me just give you some kind of insight on what I mean by this. A lot of the times, I'm like, oh my god, yay, body positivity, everyone should love everyone, everyone is so beautiful except you, you're a bitch. Like, I do that a lot. And that's something that I need to work on for myself, but don't feel like you're the only person who does it. I don't consider myself a bad person, but I know that I have flaws. But everyone, in the end of the day, there's something that I really want you to remember. Don't just accept your flaws, embrace them. Don't love yourself despite your imperfections, but because of them. I love me for who I am, flaws and all, and you should too. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, press like and please subscribe. For more on my Here's to Self-Love movement, check out my website, cindyche.com.